Hey guys, it's Dom from mobiledom.co.uk, and today I have the software overview of the Palm Pre. Let's get to it. Alright then, let's get straight into it. Unlock the device. The Palm Pre has a very similar unlock screen to the new Android Honeycomb devices. You have the time and date on top. It's a slight preview of background in this. This icon that you hold and drag to out of this ring here. You can see it's there. If I tap it and drag it out, it will unlock it. There's nothing fancy here like in Sense 3.0. You can't launch applications from it. It's simply just drag the circle out of the semicircle. What you see here is the sort of home screen per se. There's no multiple home screens like Android where you can place widgets and everything. It's this static home screen with one wallpaper and this dock of 4 customizable icons and the app launcher. In the top left you have your network. At the moment I'm on giffgaff, which might sound really strange, but it's a subsidiary of O2 in the United Kingdom. You have the time in the center, and it's now 9:15 at night. And here you have all your networks, notifications. So you drag that down, just swipe it down like that. It tells you the full date, so it's Tuesday the 9th of August 2011. It tells you a battery, I've got 60%. My Wi-Fi is on, connected to my home network. My Bluetooth is off, and I can turn on airplane mode. Pardon me. And that menu can only be accessed in the home screen here. So if you're in the launcher, or in messaging, that can't be slid. Oh, it can be. My bad. It was never able to do it before, but you can now. So that slide down menu can be accessed anywhere. We have this notification, not notification bar, this sort of info bar at the top. And you see in the corner here it says messaging, and this is sort of like your context sensitive menu. So now it says menu, so if I slide down on there it gives me, go back here, and what you saw me doing there, that was the sort of gesture area, and gestures are very well implemented in WebOS. So if I drag down from where I did, from where it says messaging, like I did on the connections, you see edit. So if you tap that, you go select all, cut, copy, and paste. There is show offline buddies, because the messaging application is also your IM client. Preferences and accounts. So if I tap on that, it says copy to message, copy to clipboard, and it sets up your account. And I've only got my SMS account at the moment, but I've actually got my Google Chat. If I go here, I've got my messaging. It is threaded text messaging. So as you can hear, I had a little text with messaging with giffgaff, trying to get my internet settings to work. And as you can see here, it is threaded messaging, like slightly different colours for each person. And the main gesture, there's 3 main gestures on WebOS. There's the swipe back, and that'll bring you to the one before. The swipe up to bring you into the multicasting menu, and then you swipe up on the card, and that closes the application. And it's a very fun way to multitask. It really is. It is a sort of satisfying feeling swiping off the app. And that means it's also very good at task management, because you can see everything you've got open. So I open up a few apps and show you. So I should tell you, this is WebOS 1.4.5. This is the original Pre. This is the last update it's going to get. Some newer Pre's like the Pre Plus, the Pre 2, and the Pre 3 have WebOS 2.0, 2.1, and 2.2 respectively. They all have the blue dialer, and that's one of the differentiating factors. It's a really nice dialer, it's really loud. I hope that picks up on the... What's that? Now try it. it's nice and loud. You've got the delete button here in the corner. Just tap and hold. You've got the voicemail button here, and tap this one here. It brings you to your call log. I've got no call logs because I factory reset this morning. It goes all calls and your missed calls. Obviously I've got no missed calls either. And as I said, you can either swipe up to go into card view, or because this is the original there's this home button, and that also takes you to the multitasking menu. Next in this, by the way, this is how it looks when it comes out of the box. The wallpaper is on my own, but the icon configuration is what it's like out of the box. Now this is your contacts menu. It's alright, it's contact. There's not much I can say apart from Palm Synergy. And Palm Synergy is sort of the aggregator for everything. So whatever you've got connected, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Google, all the contacts from those come down into Synergy, and all your contacts. So let's see someone who I've got a few people. I've got my friend Aaron here. If I tap on his, I've got his email address here, and if I tap on there, I've got him on Google, and I've got him on Facebook as well. So I've got his photo. If I tap on that, I can unlink his profile. So Aaron Charles, I can unlink from my Google and my Facebook, so it's two separate ones. Or like I said, I can go back. Obviously, the swipe down from the top again. Edit. So edit seems to be present almost everywhere in this context-sensitive menu. So there's also this one here, send all to car kit, which is pretty self-explanatory. It sends all your contacts to a car kit, so when they're calling, the caller ID comes up with the right person. Preferences and accounts is just like it was in messaging. It says list order, so you have forename, surname, company and forename, and company's name and surname. So obviously I've got mine set as forename because I prefer that. Your accounts, you get your Palm profile, which is mandatory. You have to have a Palm profile to use a WebOS device. You also got your SIM card contacts, your Facebook, and your Google. I've got two Google accounts synced up, and the default account is my main Google account. You can sync now, and you can add another account. So if I tap on there, you can have Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft Exchange, and Yahoo. Yahoo! Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, it's just a pretty simple messaging interface. And also, I believe you can just start typing. So if I type MUM, yep, it brings up search, and I just found my mother. So if I go back, see, and swipe away the card again. The next one is the browser, which I'm going to show you in a minute. You saw messaging earlier, so if we open up the app drawer, this is the app drawer, and this is split into 3 panes. You've got this is all the applications. Sorry about that. You also have your sort of system app, so you've got the app catalog, the YouTube app, the calculator, the documents to go, and the PDF viewer. And this last page, you have all the settings. So you've got help, sound and settings, screen and lock screen, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, location services, device information, date and time, updates, backup and regional settings. I'm not going to bother with those right now because there's not really any point in this video. If I do, it's going to be about half an hour long. So I'm going to focus on some of these ones. So this one here, the first one is camera, and it opens up in a card, and everything opens up in a card. So here you can see the apps. If we see like these icons they're just rotated. If I do it this way again, you just saw those icons rotated, and it's a fixed focus camera, like I said in the hardware review, and it's got EDOF technology, which means extended depth of field. I'm just going to take it over here and take a picture of my St. Christopher. So if I get that. So I take that photo and bring it over here, and it's not going to be excellent quality because you have to be at a certain range for EDOF to work properly, and there is pinch to zoom present, but it just seems a bit numb, if I'm honest. Look, you saw how much I have to move it before it just starts to work. It just seems a bit numb. But obviously use the back gesture again to go straight back into the camera, which is good, and it's really nice. You have flat flash settings here, so auto, off or on, and you have this one to switch to video camera. And video was only actually introduced to WebOS in update 1.4, I believe. So hey, I got one on time. So obviously swipe up to get rid of it again. And where's it? Before I do anything else, you see this is where notifications come in on WebOS. So you see that it's an email. I tap it and it's from Joe Levi, who is an editor on Pocket now, and it's a Google Plus message. So, and you can just tap it like there to open it up. You can tap on the screen to get rid of it, like you just saw me do, or the other one you could just swipe it away. What's it? That, and it just goes. And they sort of go sideways, and if we run out of the space there, they stack up. And it just ever so slightly decreases your screen size to accommodate the notifications. And this is probably the best notification system I've ever seen on a smartphone. It really is. It's absolutely beautiful. Photos are pretty self-explanatory. Go back into here. So you see some of these. Like it's a picture of my mouse, which I took. Pretty cool. Like I said, there's pinch to zoom. Obviously, it can be in portrait mode as well. Sweep up. And also, if you're here, instead of tapping the launcher icon, you can just swipe up again and it'll bring up the launcher.